Hey, what's happening? Welcome back, everybody. So it's the middle of the night. I'm headed out to my greenhouse. What I'm going to be doing is setting up my water distiller. And the purpose of me doing this is that I want to test a theory that I have that my countertop water distiller will actually produce enough heat to raise the temperature in the greenhouse by more than just a couple degrees. I'm hoping maybe 5 to 10 degrees, but we'll see. This is an experiment. And there's no better time to do it than in the middle of the night, the coldest time in this 24-hour block that we have. Now, it's mid-November, so the weather's still pretty mild around here. I think we're in the mid-50s tonight. It's actually really mild tonight, but we'll check it out. I've got a thermometer on the outside of the greenhouse and on the inside. So we've got a foggy night. It's producing a lot of mist. I hear dripping here and there. So it looks like we're at 49 degrees outside, and check out all the fog, the mist. It's cold enough you can see my breath. So let's see where we're at in the greenhouse. Just protected as usual with no added heat. Okay, so currently it's only about 1 degree warmer in here. So the effectiveness of the greenhouse would really just be the chill factor, any wind. So I've got this little table set up here. I'm going to set up my water distiller. It's about in the center of the greenhouse here. So I'm going to set things up over here and we'll begin a brewing cycle. It's only going to take a second to set up. Alright, so it's as easy as that. Currently, once again, we've got a temperature of 50 degrees in the greenhouse. Alright, so now that we're set up, I think what I'm going to try to do is get out here every hour if I can, if I don't fall asleep. So I'll come back out here in an hour, we'll see if the temperature's gone up, and then 2 hours, and by 3 hours we should know for sure exactly how much of an increase we may get with this system. So we'll be right back at you. Alright guys, so it's been about an hour and 20 minutes. Let's see where we're at here. Temperature out here is still 49, almost 50 degrees. Let's see what we got going on in the greenhouse. Well, I can feel the warmth in here, guys. Oh, this is amazing. Check that out. We've already gone up about 6 degrees. That's pretty darn cool. I would only expect it, well, I just let some cool air in the door here. But if that's the results that we're getting in just a little over an hour, I would expect this to continually warm up. Yeah, as you can see, it's produced not even a quarter gallon yet. But I'm super impressed with that result so far. Alright, we'll come back in another hour, see where we're at. Alright guys, so we're headed out for round 2 to go check on the machine, see what the heat is currently at in the greenhouse. It's been a little over an hour, so altogether we're about 2.5 hours into this brewing cycle. So we're now into the wee hours of the morning. I'm staying up to bring you guys this content in the cold. And all I ask, my friends, is that you give this video a thumbs up if you find it entertaining or helpful in any way. I sure do appreciate it. If you want to, shoot me a comment, say hi. Love hearing from you guys. Alright, so this time I brought my infrared thermometer. So I'm going to show you the heat that's coming out of the machine. But first, I just want to show you we're still at 49 degrees, it looks like, out here. Still foggy and still chilly. Not bad. let's see where we're at now. This time I'm going to close the greenhouse behind me. Try not to let this hot air escape. Oh yeah, instantly I can feel it. Alright, so we've gone up a bit. Well, not too much. Actually, it's about the same as before. So, yeah, it's about 6 degrees. So it looks like we're pretty much just staying at where we were at before. We're up about 6 degrees. I'll take it. 6 degrees can make a huge difference in whether a plant lives or dies. And I do expect it to warm up a bit more in here as this machine continues through its cycle. As you can see, although we're halfway through the brew time, we're not halfway up that gallon jug there. That's because it takes a while for the cycle to get going and for the heat to start coming out. But I can feel that we've got warmer air now coming out the top of the machine. And real quick, let me just give you the quick rundown on how this machine is producing its heat. So this chamber, the body of the machine here, is boiling the water. And the vapor, the steam is being collected. And there's some stainless steel coils in the top portion of this machine in this cap piece. And so all that vapor turns into steam, goes through those coils. And as it's going through those coils, there's a fan that's blowing off the coil heat, and it's cooling down the water where it recondenses and drips out into our collection vessel. So this fan is essentially blowing the heat off of what was just moments ago boiling water, but also from the body of the machine itself. Alright, so I brought out the infrared thermometer, and I'm going to aim it at the top of the machine and see what we got coming out here. (93, 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Should have mentioned I'm talking Fahrenheit this whole time. And now let's hit the body of the machine. (70 degrees. So I'm going to say this: there's a noticeable temperature shift in the greenhouse when you go from out to inside versus before we started the machine up. You can definitely feel there's a little blast of heat in here, so that's really nice. This is a 200 square foot greenhouse. They make greenhouse heaters, which I actually have one as a backup. Maybe talk about it in a future episode. But the reason why I want this to work so bad, and I'm happy because we're getting success now, is because the greenhouse heater uses 1500 watts. This machine uses between 500 and 580. So it's less than half, it's almost a third of the greenhouse heater. And although you might get a little bit more heat out of the greenhouse heater, that's a tremendous amount of electricity being used, and you're not getting any byproduct. You're not getting water. We're creating pure drinking water. I use this for our drinking water. I use it for my pets as well. But we're brewing up a gallon of water, and the heat is the byproduct of the machine. So that's called stacking functions. We're getting two things out of one machine at a low cost. An entire brewing cycle on this machine only cost about 35 cents. So my plan moving forward is to actually set up 2 of these distillers. I already have my other distiller ready to go, and I'm going to have them both set up on timers out here throughout the coldest months throughout the winter. And I'm going to have the first machine turn on about 10 p.m. and that'll run it till about 3:30 a.m. on average, and I'll have the second machine turn on at about 3:30 a.m. and run us till about 10 a.m. and that's going to produce a good amount of heat and 2 gallons of water every night from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. So that's the plan, and if I need to, I do have a backup greenhouse heater. We do get below freezing here, sometimes even into the low 20s. So depending on what you're growing, like right here you can see I've got a longevity spinach plant, Gnera procumbens, This is a frost-sensitive perennial, and I'm going to be pruning this plant back, taking a bunch of cuttings off of it, but I'm really interested to see if I'm able to overwinter this in the greenhouse. If I can get away with overwintering that longevity spinach, sky's the limit in my opinion. Now, let me say this. If you had a smaller greenhouse, 100 square feet, 50 square feet, then this distiller is going to do a much better job heating up the space. A lot less area to cover. So keep that in mind. And since we've been in here, I don't think it's my imagination. I think it's gone up just a little bit there. It looks like we're inching towards maybe 57 degrees. It's maybe another degree or so. And every time I do come in and out of here and I open up the door, I'm letting heat out. And I actually don't even have this greenhouse sealed up tight. I could do a better job at that. On that end. Let's see on this side a little better too. So I think I got it in me to come out here one last time. Maybe 45 minutes to an hour, I'll come and give it one more look. We'll see where we're at, and then we'll conclude this experiment. But so far, a great success. So with that, we'll be right back at you in a few. All right, guys, so this is going to be the final update now. It's been about another 35-40 minutes. I'm getting tired. I got to go to bed. So we'll go check and see if the temperature has gone up at all since last time we were out there. I've been editing this video along the way, keeping me busy. But last time I noticed I did have the side doors cracked a little bit, so I think it might make a difference that I buckled it up real tight. And as you can see, we're already getting light outside. And we're still at 49 degrees. It hasn't budged there. Oh, it's exactly the same. Feels cozy in here, I'll say that. So we've been able to sustain about a 7-degree increase utilizing the water distiller in the greenhouse. So that's pretty significant. I call this a success. Like I said, the smaller the greenhouse, the more effective this is going to be. But for my particular situation, to be able to raise the ambient temperature by a consistent 7 degrees can do a lot. Now there's a couple other ideas I have, and that is actually a greenhouse inside of a greenhouse. So basically cordoning off a little section for more frost sensitive plants. So either putting another little framework of a greenhouse in here, something that'll fit in here, something small, and run the distiller inside of there. But overall, I think this experiment proved successful. Maybe limited for a greenhouse this size, but I'll take it. Effectively, we could get down to 26 degrees outside and still have a consistent temperature above freezing in here. That's big. So I'm happy about that. So that's all for now, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to sneak in at least a couple hours of sleep here before I join the world again. So thank you all. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend. Until next time. Oh, got some moisture dripping on me. Have a good one. Talk to you later.